Keely Hodgkinson walked into London Stadium. 60,000 fans packed the stands. They wanted to see history made. The oldest world record in women's track was about to fall right in front of her own crowd. She built her whole season around this one race. But then the gun went off and everything changed. What she said after the race shocked everyone. To get why this moment mattered so much, you need to know one number. A number that has stood for 43 years, 1 minute, 53 seconds, and 28 hundredths. That is the women's 800-meter world record. Jarmila Kratochvílová set it back in Czechoslovakia. This record is older than Hodgkinson herself. It is older than almost every runner chasing it today. It is the longest standing record in all of track and field. Champion after champion has tried. Olympic winners, world champions, the fastest women on earth have all taken their shot. Nobody has touched it. Some experts said it could never be broken. But heading into 2026, Hodgkinson said different. She believed she could break it. She said she was excited to try. That belief was about to be pushed to the limit. For a while, everything was going her way. Hodgkinson had her best winter of training in years. In February, she hit the track in Liévin, France, and smashed the indoor world record. Her time? 1 minute, 54 seconds, and 87 hundredths. She cut almost a full second off a record that stood for 24 years. She fell to the ground after crossing the line, out of breath, then smiled and called it fun. That run sent a warning to every runner in the sport. The champion was back, stronger than ever, faster than ever. Her plan was clear. Race in Stockholm, race in Eugene, then go for the world record in London on July 18th, with her home fans behind her. On paper, it looked perfect, but track and field does not care about perfect plans. The first crack came on June 7th in Stockholm. Hodgkinson opened her outdoor season and ran the best race of her life, 1 minute, 54 seconds, and 33 hundredths. A personal best, a new British record, the 7th fastest time ever run by a woman. And she still lost. A 22-year-old from Switzerland named Audrey Wero flew past the field. She stopped the clock at 1 minute, 53 seconds, and 98 hundredths. Read that again. Wero became the first woman in 43 years to break the 54-second mark. Suddenly, a new name stood closer to the world record than anyone alive. Hodgkinson ran the race of her life. It still was not enough. Then, Wero made it worse. Weeks later in Paris, she ran even faster, 1 minute, 53 seconds, and 80 hundredths. Now she led the world, just half a second from history. This was not a solo chase anymore. It was a battle against a rival who kept getting faster, and Hodgkinson's season was about to get a lot harder. 2 weeks after Stockholm, Hodgkinson lined up for the 400-meter final at the UK Championships. Right before the race, she felt a twinge. She pulled out in tears. For someone who lost most of 2025 to a hamstring injury, that feeling was terrifying. She knew one wrong step could end everything. Then came Eugene on July 4th. Trouble hit before she even left for the airport. A hard fall in training hurt both of her knees. She raced anyway, knees wrapped in tape. She finished second in 1 minute, 56 seconds, and 73 hundredths, beaten by world champion Lilian Odira of Kenya. Second in Stockholm, second in Eugene. 2 big races, 0 wins. And her body kept sending warning signs. The pressure kept climbing too. Every interview asked the same question. Every headline pointed to one number, 1 minute, 53 seconds, and 28 hundredths. The world record attempt in London had been hyped for months. There was no backing out now. This was the biggest moment of her career. So the question was simple: push for the record and risk everything, or change the plan? The field in London was stacked with danger. TJ Dugama of Ethiopia was there, the runner who took silver behind Hodgkinson at the Olympics, and next to her stood a new threat, Femke Bol of the Netherlands. You probably know her as one of the greatest hurdlers ever, a 2-time world champion. In late 2025, she shocked everyone by dropping the hurdles to chase the 800 meters instead. Just 9 months in, she already ran 1 minute 55.60. This would be her first ever race against Hodgkinson. Before the gun, Hodgkinson gave a hint about her mindset. She said she would not chase times just to please other people. She said she knew what she could do and it would show up when she needed it. Then the race began. Hodgkinson did not chase a fast pace. She stayed patient, saved her energy, and waited. With 200 meters left, she made her move. She surged to the front and opened the gap, but Boll did not quit. She came flying down the final stretch, closing the gap step by step. The crowd screamed her home. Hodgkinson held on and won. The clock read 1 minute 56.21. Boll finished second, just a quarter second behind. Duguma took third. Hodgkinson had won the race. The crowd went wild, but everyone could see the scoreboard. The time was almost 3 seconds off the world record. Kratochvilova's record survived again. So was this a failure? Listen to what Hodgkinson said after the race, because it tells you everything. She admitted mixed feelings. She said she was proud of the win, but a little let down by her time. That honesty says a lot about where her head was that day. Then she said something that changed the whole story. She said times did not matter as much right now. Winning was the real goal. Read between the lines. After the twinge at the UK Championships, after the hard fall in Eugene, after 2 losses in a row on the Diamond League circuit, Hodgkinson made a choice. She stopped chasing the clock. She started racing to win, plain and simple. She protected her body. She took the victory. She walked away healthy with no new injury to worry about. Remember, this is the same runner who almost lost her whole 2025 season to a hamstring injury. She only raced a handful of times that year, watching from the sidelines while others competed. Nobody knows better than her that a healthy body in August beats a fast time in July. One bad step can undo an entire season. She has lived that lesson once already. She was not about to live it again. Here is what most fans missed. She was still only 2 seconds off the fastest time in the world this year, and she ran that while she wasn't even trying to run fast. She was just trying to win. Think about that for a second. Her engine, the one that produced 154.33 back in June, has not gone anywhere. It is still there. It is still sharp. It was just resting in London. And Werrell's rise proved something huge for the whole sport. If a 22-year-old can already run 153.98, then the wall everyone thought was unbreakable is starting to crack. For 43 years, one name stood alone at the top. Now a record that stood untouched for 4 decades is suddenly within reach of 2 different women at the same exact time. Werrell is closing in from one side. Hodgkinson is closing in from the other. Boll is right behind both of them, learning the event fast. The only question left is who gets there first and how soon it happens, and that sets up a showdown fans cannot afford to miss. Hodgkinson has already picked her next target. London was not the end of her chase for the record. It was a wake-up call. It forced her to get smarter. She learned she cannot outrun a bad plan, but she can fix one. Her shot at the world record will come again, on her own terms, when her body is fully ready. If you like this breakdown, hit subscribe so you do not miss the next clash between Hodgkinson, Werrell, and Boll. Drop your prediction below. Does Kratochvilova's record fall in 2026, or does it survive one more year? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy deep athlete stories like this one, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This is Athlete Feeds, and we'll see you in the next one.